Hi guys, welcome to this electronic status update video. This is a tutorial that will show you how to keep all the electronics on your quadricopter in line and safe, and it will allow you to fly your craft much more reliably. We will do this in 5 basic parts. First will be the software download, then the radio calibration, then the gyro calibration, accelerometer calibration, and finally the voltmeter calibration. Okay guys, first part is the software download. You need to type in this website address, and then we will go to downloads, click downloads, then we scroll down and come to page 2. And then we're looking for this group of images here, so that's what we're going to click. Once you are here, we need to download the driver as well as the software and manual. I recommend that you print this manual or keep it somewhere so that you can refer to it. It is quite detailed, but well worth the read to protect your craft. So click that, and then the software will start to download. It should appear in the bottom left corner of your computer, and then at the same time we click the driver, and that will also download. Now we won't cover the installation of these. Once they are downloaded, open them, install the driver, install the software, and then open it. That's what we're going to show you now. Thanks. Okay, in order to connect your drone, you need to, on the Revo, lift it up, take a USB cable, plug it into the USB port, bring this over to your computer, plug that in, and then we need to refresh here. It'll show a COM port, and then click connect. It won't connect until you power up the drone. So put some power on, and then we should see in the bottom here, connected. There we go, we are now connected. The first step then is to go to basic, channel mapping, and then we're going to do the radio calibration. So have your radio nearby, and then we will start the calibration. Right, here we have our radio. The radio is on, the craft is on, and we are also connected to the computer. So the goal we are trying to achieve is all of the values here need to be 0. That means the radio will be calibrated. Start this by clicking calibration, and just before that, let's just take a look at the radio. These trim switches, they all need to be in the middle. Okay, so once we're happy that they're in the middle, then we can click the calibration button. So let's go for it. You'll get a message saying put all the sticks in the middle. So let's check all our radio sticks are in the middle. Then we'll click OK, and now we need to move our sticks to the corners a few times, and you will see values appearing on the screen. Put everything back in the middle, and there you can see everything's back to 0. Let's move our switches, valve, and then we'll push stop. Once we've pushed stop, we want to push right flash. Okay, that's the end of the radio calibration. What you're looking for here is all those numbers must be 0. Okay, the next part is the gyro calibration. The gyro is the electronic device that keeps your craft level in flight. So it's important to do this occasionally as well. What we need to do is check that you are connected once again. So at the bottom of the screen, we need to be connected. And then we're going to go to Tool, click that, and you will see on the bottom right, there's this rectangle that says Calibrate Gyro. So what's important is there's some information about the sensors on the left hand side, and that will tell you the limits and if anything is outside of the limits. So read that and check your values over here. This part is pretty easy. All we need to do is take a look at the drone, make sure the drone is on a level surface, and if we're happy with that, we can click calibrate gyroscope. So let's calibrate. It will check, do you want to do it? Yes. And then keep it perfectly level, don't move it, don't touch it, and the computer will then tell us gyroscope calibrated, okay. The next step will be calibrating the accelerometer, so we will show you how to do that now. Hi all, welcome to part 4 of setting your parameters and electronic status update of your quadricopter. This part will deal with calibrating the accelerometer. This is somewhat more complicated as we have to hold the drone on each of its sides, and you will see that in the video now. It takes a bit of practice, and you must make sure your cable doesn't disconnect whilst you're doing it. So let's press the button, calibrate accelerometer. Yes, we want to do it, and let's have a look at what happens. Right, so we've got a blue and a green light. Now we can turn the craft onto its one side. Just hold it there. Next side. Hold it there. Upside down. Hold it there. On the nose. And finally on the back. The important part here is if everything is good, it'll say accelerometer calibrated OK on the very bottom left of the screen, and the value that you are seeing there under mod must be 9.8. That is what we are aiming for, and that is the best value we can get. Once we are done with that portion, just push enter and then make sure you write flash. Right, thank you. We'll go now to part 5. This is part 5 of the quadricopter electronics update. What we're going to do now is calibrate the voltmeter. We do that by clicking advanced, going to voltage, and we will be working on this screen. This is important for the craft to return back before the battery is completely flat or used up, and we need to enter the correct values over here, and these values you see have been predetermined by the factory as optimal values, and you shouldn't change these easily. What we need to do though is calibrate our battery. What we need for that is our battery meter, one of these little meters, or more accurately you can use a multimeter, but this will do for now so we can check the actual battery voltage. Plug it in and we get 16.3. What we need to do now is in this box type in 16.3, enter, and then push calibrate. What you'll see is that these two numbers will then line up, and we basically are aiming for them to be the same. That way we know that the voltmeter is reading correctly, and you want to do this occasionally because all these sensors can go out of calibration over time. Try not to monitor or change these values. They are optimized by the factory. That's the end of the voltmeter calibration. Hi guys, this is now the concluding remarks regarding our electronic status update, and we just want to bring your attention to the quadricopter logbook. Some of the areas here that you really want to focus on is the initial flights when you get your craft. You want to do those first 6 flights as indicated in the manual. You want to do that in a park, somewhere safe, and this will proof your craft over and above the tests that we do at the factory. Try to record your flying information in your book. That shows that you're paying a lot of attention to your craft. And if you do the electronic status update, you can do a self-service check by clicking over to page 12, write in the date that you did your update, and make a note of the things you did, gyro, gains, acceleration, etc. There are some things there that you won't necessarily do, but what you need to do afterwards is test fly it and make a note when you test flew it. The electronic status update can be done as often as you like. You don't have to wait. You certainly do it maybe once a month if you can, and that'll make your drone very safe. We want you to know that you've got a good craft, and a drone needs your attention and it needs good maintenance. Don't leave it to chance. Rather learn how to do these updates and you'll be very successful. Thanks for watching. Please give us a call if you need help.